with all the oppression, we were accomplishing things far greater than the black and blacks have done. They've done very little, except bring you the teaching, the belief, because that's all teachings is. I believe. We don't need to believe no more. We need to know.
Right, it's almost like a royalty there, a royalty hierarchy.
You know, all this obsession with certain individuals. I've never been fanatical over nobody. I always admire you for your talent, and I like your talent, but I've never been fanatical over nobody. Ain't nobody more important than me. If I'm gonna be fanatical over anybody, it's gonna be my mama. If I'm gonna be fanatical over anybody, you know, all these people, you know, I don't care how I'm not fanatical over nobody. You special and you divine. You don't mean nothing to me. Now, when I was with Minister Farrakhan, a lot of celebrities came out to the meetings or whatever, and I was introduced and shook hands and met a few celebrities or whatever. But I saw them as nothing but ordinary people. You know, just like, I'm pretty sure you heard my videos. You know, I like this sister right here, Terry Ellis. And I was able to meet her. I even kissed her hand in a concert. She's just a sister. If she was just an ordinary sister down the block, that's all I see her as. She would be, if she lived down the block, she a sister that I'm attracted to. I would want to talk to her, blah, blah. But just because she's a singer and got this fame, that don't mean a damn thing to me. She's just a person. She's a human being. And within the next 30 years, she'd probably be dead. So what, you see, go ahead, bro.
No, I was about to say, but you see, they following Elijah Muhammad's thought process. You see, Elijah Muhammad was, you know, if you take it back, you know, this is not too long after slavery. He lived in some country backwoods part of Georgia, and some damn foreigner man come to him with all these strange teachings. Elijah Muhammad saw him as a god, even though he wasn't a god. Elijah Muhammad saw that man as a god. You know, this man in the back country woods of Georgia ain't never heard nobody talk about all this type of stuff. This dude must be a god. He look different. He come with all this different knowledge. He must be a god. Elijah Muhammad is on tape saying, you know, they always say that Master Fard Muhammad, which is funny they call him Master, seeing as how he's half white. But they always say that they always say that he's God in person. Elijah Muhammad is on tape saying at the end of an interview that Fard Muhammad didn't like Elijah Muhammad teaching that he was God in person, because Fard Muhammad never said that, according to Elijah Muhammad. And he didn't like when Elijah Muhammad used to say that. But Elijah Muhammad continued saying that because in his mind, in the mind of Elijah Muhammad, Fard Muhammad was God in his mind. And from there on, the Nation of Islam just took on that thought process. But in all reality, Fard Muhammad is some damn mixed breed foreigner who was just reading a bunch of damn books from this country to this country, flip-flopping all around the damn place, because he used to be in the Morris Science Tip of America, because I saw a damn picture with him in the assembly, and it is him. That one picture that they try to say that's not Fard Muhammad with the reading the book with the hair slicked back, that's him. That's him. They don't want it to be him because he looks so white, but that's him. Because like you said, the Detroit Police Department he been locked up for plenty of times. They got his name and pictures. That's him. And that's how I knew that, and that's how I knew that was him on that Morris in that picture in the assembly with the Morris Science Temple of America. But he was just a foreigner going around from different countries, reading different books into occult sciences, and he brought that to some backwards country man in Georgia, and that man became a leader and spread it to all the people here. And that's that.
I mean, it's just some religious. I mean, the religion, what it done for these people is what a lot of religion does happen. I mean, it makes you feel good. I mean, you got to give it its credit, because what it does, it'll take a person that's down and out and you oppressed. Here comes somebody telling you that you God. You know, you God in the universe, and you so great and you so special. Yeah, it's very uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the power. All religions do that. Religion will come to you when you're down and out, when you're at your worst, and hype you up. That's what religions do. Then, of course, another thing that they do too, when you get all hyped up like that, they say, "Now, will you put your money in the basket?" You know.
Yeah.
What you gonna do for me now?
I was gonna add on to that. What you notice with a lot of religions, especially Muslim, if you ever notice, like you said, it feels good to the people who are kind of mentally down. You ever notice like it spreads the fastest in prison?
Yeah.
Why is it that it spreads fast in prison or among the poverty or minority classes and people? Rich people not converting to Islam in record numbers. If it's so true, it's something about it that only appeals to people that are what you would consider oppressed.
Exactly. Why? Because if that was the case, why aren't all these rich people giving all their money to these folks? You know, Jay-Z and Beyonce, who they giving their money to, or Oprah, or Barack Obama? They're not giving their money to all these different churches and stuff. They're keeping their money in their pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Poor people, the oppressed, the downtrodden, giving their money to these type of folks.
Mm-hmm. And
now,
another thing about go ahead, no, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, these people, these religions, that's who they target.
Mm-hmm.
Target you when you are at your lowest. It gives you that spirit. That's why they would tell you. And see, that's why it's very dangerous, because a lot of these people tell you that this teaching saved my life. No, what would save your life is you was able to think for yourself. That's what would have saved your life. But they give the credit to these teachings that save their life. And since these teachings saved their life, they willing to kill you for speaking against it because it saved their life.
Right.
And that's what makes these things, that's what makes this religious stuff dangerous, because they will attack anything that threatens their belief system, that exposes their belief system. And then another thing too, a lot of folks don't want to feel stupid, because they know that what a lot of things that they hear is true, but you make them feel stupid. So I'm going to bust you. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to feel stupid. So I feel if I kill you, it's going to stop. But I want to tell y'all out there, it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. Slowly but surely, these ancient, what they call a primordial, prehistoric belief system, they're going to fade away. Because we're just getting too smart. We're too technical to continue to believe this. And after thousands of years gone by, it's quite obvious these things aren't going to come true. What you going to wait? It's going to be the year 30,000 and you still saying the same garbage? Right. It's got to stop sooner or later. It's got to.
Right. Now what they starting to say now is, well, hey, it don't hurt to believe. You might not know. You don't know. It won't hurt to believe. Because you unbeat them down to an argument so bad that all they can just say now is, well, it don't hurt to believe. What do you gain or lose from believing?
Well, actually, it do hurt to believe. Actually, it do. because you're putting your faith and hope into something it's not real. It's never going to happen. So you're wasting your time. And what makes things so worse is that you don't keep it to yourself. You're going to spread those lies to innocent children and other naive folks. You're not going to keep it to yourself. Now, I would give a lot of Jewish people credit, because I heard Jews don't go around trying to convert nobody to nothing. They keep their crap to themselves. They're not out here trying to convert people to Judaism or whatever. But you got all these other faiths. They out here trying to convert people and get them whatever. Leave people alone. Matter of fact, if you keep it to yourself, nobody won't have nothing to say, because they don't hear your voice. But you come out here in the public and you want to tell this to other folks. Well, it's going to get backlash now. It's going to get backlash. Those days are over. Matter of fact, it was happening. They was getting backlash way back in the day. But back in the day, they would outright kill people like you and me. They would ostracize people like you and me. They would make mockery of people like you and me. And they would murder people like you and me for speaking out against these teachings, because this is what the king or the rulers want us to believe. And this has been passed down for generation to generation. It's part of our tradition. Well, we need to traditionally break it up, because it's a damn lie. It's all fake and fraud. And going back to what you were saying about Elijah Muhammad, and I heard a tape where Elijah Muhammad said he asked Fard Muhammad, "Are you God?" And he said that Fard Muhammad never answered him. So he assumed that he was right.
I heard that. Yeah, I remember that. I think I remember that.
And if you go back and study and look at all the teachings of Fard Muhammad before Elijah Muhammad, he don't teach that he's God in person.
Yeah.
He never taught that.
Nope. I never heard him mention that, or nothing about him saying that he was actually God. Nope.
No, he didn't teach that. The original name of the Nation of Islam was Allah's Temple of Islam or something like that. I think that was the original name. And Fard Muhammad was the leader. He was the one that got that together. There was no teaching where he was saying that he was God.
And now, are you familiar with I'm not sure if this was him or not, but I think when that Fard Muhammad first came to Detroit, and I think this was him. You ever heard about the story about the voodoo house?
Yeah. One of his followers. See, that was part of the teaching. That was part of his teaching.
Yeah.
About human sacrifice.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Fard Muhammad was reading all these type of books from all these different countries, almost like he was into occult practices almost.
Yeah, I forgot.
But there was one. What was it? One of his followers had beheaded somebody as a sacrifice or something.
Yeah, I don't think he beheaded. I think it was like heart sacrifice or something. Put him on a pew and split him open or something like that. Matter of fact, that's what got Fard Muhammad in trouble when that happened. They was doing all right.
Really?
To that man did that. That's what messed up the whole nation, the Islam thing that he was doing. That what messed the whole thing up. Got the police involved in that situation. They was doing just fine. I mean, they didn't like them, but they tolerated that movement. But when that happened, that what brought in the police. But that was part of his teaching, because I saw some of the literature. When Fard Muhammad, before Elijah Muhammad, when Fard Muhammad was in charge, and he was talking about human sacrifice, and one of the believers decided to do it.
Really?
I want to go back to this thing. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, and I remember when I was doing my research on Fard Muhammad, one of the places he got his teachings from, that he was supposed to be from British India. Now, I noticed with some of the stuff he was teaching in British India, it was this other guy, I forgot his name at the time, where he claimed that he was the second coming of Jesus. And ironically, this dude who was an Arab claiming that he's the second coming of Jesus, ironically, this dude was teaching the same thing, ironically, that was similar to what Fard Muhammad was teaching. And ironically, they come from the same area.
And the Quran that they suggest that we read is translated, I believe, not from Arabs, because you know that the original Quran is supposed to be Arabic, right? But it's translated from people that's not even Arabic, but they come from Pakistan. They're not Arabs like that. I forgot. I don't know exactly if I'm explaining it right, but they're not Arabs.
There's like it's translated from people. Yeah, they aren't from Arabia, but some other little surrounding country. Yeah. Exactly. So and in the Quran it says that the Arabs are the masters of the Arabic language. So how in the hell do we know that the people who's converting it who aren't Arabs know it right? When it's saying there only the Arabs are the master of the Arab language, and hell, they still say that they don't even got it right.
Exactly. But these are the things that we get caught. And see, what Malcolm X did, unfortunately, he didn't get an opportunity to really express himself. You know, he was murdered. But what Malcolm did, one of the smart things that Malcolm did do, he split his organization into two parts. There was a part just for like liberation and the struggle, and there was a part just for spiritual, religious beliefs. He knew that keeping them together, you're not going to accomplish nothing, because as we know, religion, that type of, or something religious like, is very divisive, because you have those things like Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism is not considered a religion, but in reality it is. Because there's a lot of beliefs that goes along with it. It's treated like a religion now, something that people believe. And anything that you have to believe in, something like that, is very divisive. So Malcolm was smart enough to understand to separate church from state. Because those things are those type of things, religion is very divisive.
There's been so many things that's held us down, but now it looks like things are finally coming around. I know we've got a long, long way to go, and where we'll end up, I don't know. But we won't let nothing hold us back. We're putting our show together, we're polishing up our act. And if you've ever been held down